Did you let go? Today is going to be real deep. Are you ready? Hello, hello, hello. You are listening to the Manifest on Purpose show. I am your host, Kimbaley. I help you transform your mind so that you can become the best version of yourself. It all starts right here. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for inviting your friends and family. And thank you for subscribing here and on the website at Kimbaley, KIMBALEY.com. The God in me loves the God in you. In today's conversation, I'm asking you a question that I would love to encourage you to ask yourself. But before we get into the conversation, let's hear a brief word from our sponsor. I never make plans without checking my Star 8 mobile numerology app first. Thanks to its amazing calendar feature, it allows me to always be in the right place at the right time. But don't take my word for it. Download the Star 8 mobile numerology app by Astro-Numerologist LLoyd Strayhorn. You can find it on the App Store, Google Play, or by going to a star 8 ASTAR, the number 8.com, or linktree/numbers in you. Now back to the show. Today's conversation may get just a little bit personal. I don't mean to get too personal with you, but I will ask you a question. This question is a question that I would like for you to ask yourself. The question is, did you let go? Here's my story. A couple of years ago, I went on a journey. And if you've been following me for a couple of years now, then you probably remember that journey because it was documented on the Manifest on Purpose show. Along about the time when the show first got started, there had been a series of events in my life that became overwhelming. Even the enormous amount of strength I had could not withstand the subtle changes that were happening in my life. The worry, not getting enough rest, and the lack of nutrition was sending me on a slow spiral downward. But of course, when we get to these moments, we feel like we're so strong and we're so tough that we just keep going at it. We have the tendency to try to do what it will take, whatever that may be, to get rid of the problem. What I did was I continued to try to fix the problem despite the symptoms that my body was giving me. Now, I'm going to tell you exactly what it felt like to me. It felt like I woke up one morning 40 pounds lighter. I looked around my room and it was unrecognizable. I was so caught up in what I considered to be the problems in life that I had let myself go. I was in a state of depression and anxiety. That morning when I woke up was the first morning that I realized that something was wrong. I knew the symptoms. This is something that I talk to clients about all the time. But now it is happening to me. And in those beginning stages of awareness, I did not want to do anything. I just felt the need to stay in that space. I needed to observe what's going on. And the kicker is, this is not so long after I started the Manifesto on Purpose podcast. Another thing that I was thinking about was you just created a podcast to help inspire others, and now you're going through this. So, this is to say that no matter where you're from, no matter what you've studied, no matter what you do, you will go through things too. And some of those times you might even feel like letting yourself go. The decision that I made was to let the viewers know what I was going through so that they could see that the things that I'm teaching them are the things that I'm doing in my very own life. Once I finally said enough is enough, I came up out of that space quick. I recognized what was going on to me, and I knew what I had to do to get back to a better place than what I was in the first place. Because one thing I knew about the situations I was experiencing at the time is that they were there to help me elevate. They were there to help me level up. But in order for me to level up, I had to make a comeback. In order to do that, I started reprogramming. And as I was reprogramming, I took the Manifesto on Purpose show right along with me. And on my birthday that year, I celebrated with a trip to the mountains. During the time that all of this was happening to me, I heard a song that took me back quite a few years. This time, when I heard the song, the lyrics were different. The name of the song is Never Should Have Let You Go. The song was really about a guy talking about a girl that he used to be with and they're no longer together. He was saying he never should have let her go. However, when listening to that song, my higher self, Jeannie, flipped the song on me. My higher self was showing me through that song that I never should have let me go. We all let go sometimes. I know it's customary to feel as if we are always at 100%. But let's face it, we're not always 100%. Just like my experience, sometimes letting go is asymptomatic. Asymptomatic is just another way of saying no symptoms. Just as I stated earlier in my experience, at the beginning of letting go, I really did not know what was going on. I was just continuing to try to solve that problem. And subtle habits can be difficult to recognize. Simplistically, letting go is really forgetting yourself, forgetting who you are, who you stand for, what you believe, what your goals are. Letting go is another way to say that you forgot. There's a tip that I want to give you to determine if you have actually let go. And it's really simple. It's all about awareness. Ask yourself a few questions. Ask yourself, how aware are you with your home, your living space? Remember, during my experience, I woke up and my home wasn't the same anymore. It was like I was there, but I really wasn't there. Become aware of your body. How aware are you of your body? How aware you are your health? How aware are you? How aware are you of your health? How aware are you with anything that's happening in your life? Are there any areas that you feel like you're lacking awareness in? This could be a clue that you have let go. Once you determine that you have let go, it's time to make a comeback, just like I did in the journey. Now, here's the solution to your problem. The same thing that created that problem is what it's going to take to resolve it. In other words, what got you into this mess will get you out of this mess. Letting go. Let's shift gears a little. At first, we were talking about letting go of ourselves, forgetting who we are. Now, to resolve the problem, we're going to let go of the things that caused us to let go. Detachment. In my case, I had to stop allowing the outside world to penetrate my inner world. One thing you should be sure to do is put a layer of protection on your inner world. You can't let what's going on around you affect what's going on inside of you. Just like people put up fences to keep you off your property, you have to put up fences around your inner self. And a fence is simply boundaries. At that time, I had to go back to the serenity prayer. The serenity prayer says, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. It took that wisdom from me, and it's going to take wisdom for you to be able to see what things you can change. Work towards those things, and to also see the things that you cannot change. Those are the things that you have to detach from. Once you begin the process of detaching from those things, you'll notice that your load will get a whole lot lighter. Did you let go? How aware are you of your present space? How aware are you of your health or your mental health? Asking questions like these is very important. The reason why it's so important is because sometimes people can let themselves go and not even realize it. Subtle changes often go unnoticed. What seemed like sudden weight loss to me was actually something that had been happening over time. I just kept shifting down to a smaller size. I didn't really pay any attention to the weight until it had gotten too far. I was so busy trying to be strong that I had let myself go. And it's okay because at some point, we all let ourselves go. But it's important that when you feel that you have let yourself go, when you become aware that you have let yourself go, it's time to take action. It's time to prepare for the comeback. The comeback is all about reprogramming. The same thing that got you into this mess is going to get you out of this mess? Letting go. Instead of letting go of yourself, begin to detach from the things that you cannot change. Put a privacy fence over your inner world. Start working towards the comeback. Hold on tight and don't let go. I love you to life. This is how you manifest on purpose.